Great Uncle Pixel.
Said. https://greatunclepixel.itch.io/chess-plus.
Great Uncle Pixel.
Said. There's the game I'm making right now, updated as of yesterday.
Well, well, well. Well, 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 well. Let's stop the music I probably don't have copyright for and get this show on the road. Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm Great Uncle Pixel, and it's Wednesday. Oh! Ah! I'm sitting here with two or three. Correction, one. Just one can of soda. Uh, and adventure and really wild things. All right, all right. It's just a little lazy Wednesday. I actually did some coding yesterday because I could. I was trying to figure out how to put a texture, to wrap a texture around a 2D sprite so I could, correct the pieces as has been suggested. And what I figured out was I don't know what I'm doing. I am unsure how to do that. I did just download a image of several cracked images. I down here on the left, you can see the mud crack. You got these disps and JPEGs, and I got a tress even. This is cracked mud, but that's I figured once if I can get anything, because I also have let's go to chess art backup. I also just got a more generic looking cracked texture, cracked ground texture. I don't know if you can see that. Shrink this a little and drag it to the left, and it's right here. There we go. That's my cracked texture. I'm not sure if this is showing up. Yeah, there it is. Okay, there you can see my cracked texture. I also have an SVG version of the same image. I figure, it doesn't matter exactly uh, what it looks like. Doesn't matter exactly what the image looks like. The point is, if I can get the texture, if I can get a texture wrapped around the pieces, then
Swabby Games Live. Said. Hey man, still working on the spaceship game? Swabby Games Live. Said. How have you been?
I've been doing pretty well, Swabby Games Live. I'm not currently working on the spaceship game. I'm currently working on something vaguely resembling chess. Emphasis on vaguely resembling. Let's see here. Can I bring that up? Can I bring it up? There we go. Let's go to normal pieces, capture all, white, human, CPU. I'll just start a game and see here. It looks like chess. Look how chess it looks. But I'm going to capture this pawn. Here we go. Except I'm not going to capture the pawn. I have to fight the pawn to capture it. And if I lose the fight, it captures me. Like so. Oops. And I'm pretty sure this I did not select checkmate mode, so oops. And so the object here is not to capture the king. No one cares about the king. Oh, that was dumb. Well, it wasn't dumb. Because, you know, I can luring the pieces into attacking me is actually a perfectly cromulent strategy. Ow. Yikes. Oh.
Swabby Games Live said, girl fight.
Yep. The girls are fighting. In fact, my alternate mode, I have extra pieces. It's all girls. Let me actually end the game. Whoop, can't do that. Okay. The end game button is just a debug key and doesn't quite work right. That's okay. It doesn't have to work right. But yeah, we got normal chess pieces. We got fairy chess pieces, which are all girls. So these are the Berolina pawns. They move diagonally. This is an empress. She moves like a knight and a rook. This is the princess. She moves like a knight and a bishop. And this is the Amazon. She moves like a knight and a queen. She can go almost anywhere. To make up for that, I made her not that great in actual combat. Oh, she's not bad, but and also let me just do one more reset. Random. Which is the front row is either regular chess pawns or Berolina pawns, and the back row can be anything. Because in Capture All, the king does not matter. The king is not a special piece. It's a powerful piece, but it ain't nothing special. I can just charge at the opponent.
Swabby Games Live said, Do the HP of the pieces stay or reset if it survives the fight? Ujalus said, "Hi." Swabby Games Live said, "You may have muted. Haven't heard you talk in a bit."
Great Uncle Pixel
said, "My mic went down." Angry face
Great Uncle Pixel
said,
Huh?
"Let me hit it with a rock."
Testing? Oh, now it seems to be working again? Is it working again? I didn't even do anything.
Swabby Games Live said, "Hee hee, that's fine. I'll be back in a bit, eating
That's
dinner."
that is weird. It seems to be working now, even though I didn't actually change anything at all. I just switched back and forth. I'm sad that they beat up my dragon because I was not paying attention. But I got another one. Ooh. One thing I was thinking about doing is making the piece a little darker when it's just a tiny bit darker when it's tiny bit darker when its shot has not recharged. I mean that there is a sound when the shot recharges, but it's frankly I don't remember if the left one is the high piece or the low piece. So boom. Oh, dragon versus dragon, eh? Yeah, I'm going to redo the dragon's shot sprite because it's currently just using the king's fireball. I'm not even sure I want the dragon shot to be a shot or if it's just a short range burst of flame. There we go. I beat up the king. Oh, cat just wandered in. Yeah, I might change the dragon sprite layer. It is, I don't think it's copyrighted. I mean, it probably is. If you know where it's from. That was a deliberate design choice to steal a sprite from an old Atari 2600 game. Or about the top 2/3 of the sprite, really. It doesn't have its tail. I might keep the head though. I love that flat expression. It does kind of look like a duck though. So basically, that's what I did yesterday. I implemented most of the dragon, and I reversed the pieces on the right. I mean, it's not all I did. I also found lots and lots of ways to not implement cracked. I'm pretty sure I have the canvas item material. No, I found lots and lots of ways to not implement this crack texture. I thought I got the hang of it several times. I spent a lot of time yesterday reading websites and I'm not sure if I actually need it. I don't know if the problem is there or if it needs to be in here. That may be part of the problem. I think I tried to put it here too. Material? Let me see. Shot body 1. Extends battle piece. Yeah, because I didn't need it. Right, I think I put it in battle piece because should see because I have the I did this, but I don't think I want texture. I think I want a material. I think a texture is different from a material, which is, I mean, here's texture, which is appears to be the image itself. Pretty sure I need to put it here in material as a canvas item or shader material. But when I tried that, here we go, we got mud tress. It gives me an error message. The selected resource, standard material 3D, does not match any type expected for this property, canvas item material, shader material. Because I think I downloaded me a 3D material instead of a 2D material. Go get him, dragon. Got him. I am tired today. I'm enjoying just watching the gameplay itself. Because I want to look at some Godot game assets. Yes, no AI, please. Wait. Definitely no AI. That's a good tag. Add that tag. Because I want 2D. Whoops. I want 2D. And I meant to start a post on Reddit asking what the crud am I doing? I mean, there is. I mean, the. Hold on, here's some assets. Flame Blast pixelated. I'll just steal a Flame Blast. Flame Breath pixelated. I know you can't see what I'm doing here. It doesn't matter. Flame Breath pixelated Godot asset. Ugh. I just wanna. I don't want a campfire. I want fire breath. I mean, I can do it myself, but I need it to be 16 by 16. Whatever.
Vigilus
That neat.
said, "What are we doing today?"
Me? I'm mostly staring at the screen and downloading things off of itch.io that I shouldn't be doing. Okay. Um, yeah, today I am trying to figure out how to get that. Trying to get. Hold on, also made a list of things I wanted to do. Let me check that. Okay, I can look at that. Different CPU battle levels, maybe. Add cracked texture to pieces when they're below 50% health. Still working on it. Add battlefield obstacles, question mark? Maybe. CPU checkmate mode doesn't always properly end when the king is taken, especially if sudden death is then invoked. Well, I'll take a look at that, but I don't really want to do that right now. It's not, but this is just kind of me doing stuff. Do I overlay a material over a 2D sprite in Godot? Ah, material overlay.
Gugulus said. Do you have cracked textures yet?
I have textures, but I don't know how to apply them. That's what I've been working on. Look at this texture. Look how cracked that texture is. That texture is so cracked.
Gugulus said. We only see the game.
Wait, you only see the game. Oh, damn it. Boop. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's the texture. It is so cracked. Putting that texture on this didn't work. And I think I have I got this thing, but that didn't work. Print, debug, player, material. Let me see what that looks like. Full screen. What is this physics process? Okay, so it'll do that every frame in battle. R. Just pause that. It's paused, but it's still going. Pause. Oops. Stop that. Unpause. Not unpause, but the one I just put in line 103. Yeah. Okay.
Gugulus said. I believe you need to use shaders or a child node.
Probably.
Gugulus said. Shader underscore type canvas underscore item, uniform sampler 2D overlay underscore texture, hint underscore default underscore transparent, void fragment, vec4 base underscore color equals texture, UV, vec4 overlay underscore color equals texture, overlay underscore texture, UV, / mix the base texture with the overlay texture using overlays alpha color equals mix, base underscore color, overlay underscore color, .a, according to Google.
Shader type, canvas item, uniform sampler 2D. Now let me take a look at. That looks like C. That looks like C sharp, and this is a GD script. So I'm not sure I can wedge that in there.
Gugulus said. It said script.
Hmm. Okay, I want a canvas items shader. The shader must be attached inside a material, which must be attached to an object. Materials are a type of resource. To draw multiple objects with the same material, the material must be attached to each object. All objects derived from a canvas item have a material property. This includes all GUI elements, Sprite 2Ds, tile map layers, mesh instance 2Ds, etc. Now, Sprite 2D node, you can use any canvas item. Okay. Click texture where it says empty. Okay, so let's just take a look at a random thing here, at this player, for example. Click texture where it says empty. New shader material. Wait, where are you going? Where's the thing I was just looking at? Stop changing things. New shader material. There. I'm going to shrink this down so you can see what I'm messing with down here on the side. And then so click on the sphere. Click behind shader and select new shader. And the shader editor will open. There's the shader editor. Shader type, canvas item.
Ujalas said.
Yeah, this looks like...
That's where the code goes.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to just be blue. I want to paste an image in there. Hang on a second. Let me not. Where do I get property descriptions? There's apparently a material overlay in a material. Okay. Because I think material overlay is what I want. If a material is assigned to this property, appears to be, except this is 3D. This is a material overlay. Geometry instance 3D. That's not what I want. Yeah, I am not sure how to do this. It seems to me like there should be a very basic function. But it ain't. Red, animated velocity, orbit velocity, 10. This is for particle effects. This page is for particle effects. I don't want particle effects. Not yet. Not until I put in explosions. (2D) material. We got process material, that's particle. That's dedicated 2D renderer. I don't want that. My first 2D game. There we go. No. Converting sprite 2Ds to 2D meshes. Maybe that's what I want, a 2D message? 2D mesh? Hmm. That's okay, it's a 3D thing. And that's mostly, I don't care. Sprite animation, 2D particle systems, custom drawing in 2D, using tile sets, using tile maps. Yeah, it does canvas layers. I think that's where it goes. Because it's a canvas item. This is all canvas item stuff. Got color, got texture filter. Ooh, texture filter. That may be what I want. Maybe. No, it's not. That's not what I want at all. Yeah, I'm very, very confused. I just got a message that said dang. Oh, okay. No, that's a response to a message I sent an hour ago. Okay, that's fine. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure this is a thing I can do without completely redrawing the sprite with a cracked secondary, which is difficult because this sprite is only 16 pixels by 16 pixels. I can't make it look that cracked with 16 pixels to work with, or 256 total pixels. It's not really that big. Actual size of these sprites is teeny tiny. I believe I've shown that before. How teeny tiny these sprites actually are. They're just increased. Let me. That right there is actual size of one of the chess pieces. That's one of the dragons right there. That's Red Dragon in actual factual size. Of course, I have it blown up to look like to be about that big. That's maybe around there, 400. Yeah, I think it's blown up to about that size, but whoop, too small. But actual size of those sprites is this big. So it's difficult to add cracks to them because that's the size of a pixel. I'm not going to save this because I don't want to mess with it. And yeah, he's still pointing to the right. The sprites are actually still all pointing to the right. I reversed them on the chessboard to make them face left. But yeah, it's X scale 4, Y scale 4.
Roller Derby West.
Oop,
Said.
I hear the people.
DRGN.
DRGN. Atari 2600, Yorgel, Rindle, Grundle. That's Rindle right there. Why is this muted? That's not even a thing. Yep, DRGN. If you recognize the little fellow, please don't sue me. I'll probably change the dragon sprite before any kind of actual release, but it amused me to use this sprite. I found a picture of that little fella. Did I? That's not blurry as hell. Uh, I'm actually quite pleased that it turned out looking so accurate. Uh, yeah. Okay. That's not the one I want to look at. That's not the one I want to show off. Desktop? Did I save it to desktop? Where did I put that thing? Where is everything? Yeah, they're there. Because they're based on. Cancel. Okay, doesn't like this image. Whatever. Whatever. I'll just look at this here. It's based on these fellows right here. Yorgel, Rindle, and Grundle. Anyway. Save. It's fine. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to do right now is something over here with this thing. So flippy, 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 floppy, flippy, flippy. Shader. New shader. Battle player GD shader. And then we edit. And resource. Path. Battle player TCN. Okay. Name. But I don't want the shader here. This is Rook GD shader. Just feeling dumb. Uniform sampler 2D. Okay, so let's throw this in here. Yeah, error messages. Look at them error messages. Uniform sampler. This work? Okay. Yeah, okay. That okay. Where's this? Void fragment, void light. Mix the base texture with the overlay. And I remove all this. Okay. I don't get this. What do you mean found space? Where is the space? Where's the space that you found? Okay, let me do a copy and paste because clearly, let me do a quick search here. Yeah, that is definitely C# or perhaps C++. Check it in Google instead of DuckDuckGo. Go to shader, developer mid. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's a 3D. I don't want the 3D. I want a 2D canvas item shader sprite outline. Ooh, hang on. I want that. Shader type canvas item. Okay, let's copy that in here. Now, what does this do? I don't know what this do, but it do. What have I broken here? That's the question. What have I broken? Let's see. Come on. Let me put the game up. Okay, did anything break here? I don't think anything broke. Everything looks okay. Wow, it's too loud. Let me turn that down a nudge. haven't actually done anything here, I'm assuming. Shader editor. Now, what's outline color? Oh, source color. Let's see here. What if we make this white? Yeah, let's make this yellow and see what happens. Now, it should just affect the nothing is what it's affecting. It should affect it. It's affecting nothing as far as I can see. I have to say, I really want to take a nap today. I'm feeling less than smart today. Been feeling a little grumpy all day. And then I took my old man anti-grumpity pills, and now I just feel sleepy. Can't, I'm enjoying watching these people shoot each other, though. Go get them, ladies! I am actually just the silliest name I came up for this was this game was Waifu Chess, where the fairy chess mode would be the default mode with the all female pieces. I don't know if that's really what I want to call it. Coming up with a name is hard. Especially when all the obvious ones are taken. Battle chess, taken. Chess combat, taken. Zugzwang, taken. Skakic strife, terrible. Hmm. This isn't all. Are there only pawns left? There's one bishop left. And the two kings. Not that that matters, because it's not a checkmate game. Although, there'll probably be more pieces soon. Pawn versus Paralina. Yeah, double-headed Berolina pawn looks a lot better than the upside-down pawn I had originally used there as the do-do-do. Oh yeah, this is not a checkmate game where the king would be a lot more powerful. I mean, the king's still pretty powerful. I deliberately made the king pretty powerful. It is not a pushover by any means. Excuse me. Yeah, not a pushover by any means at all. Do do do. And less of a pushover in even less of a pushover in checkmate mode. But oh, yep, yep. Red's probably gonna lose this. Or black. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Black loses. I'm sorry, I'm just not feeling very exciting today. Just a little bit feeling a little lazy, a little woozy, a little crazy, a little doozy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do some art. I'm gonna open Paint. And I was working on yesterday. Let's see what these look like. Dragon Flame 4. Open recent Dragon Flame 5. I don't think 5 is any different from 4. It's not. Okay. And you know what? There we go. Pencil. I'm going to do a yellow. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Hang on. Undo that. Layers. Show layer. There we go. Background layer is black. And then I can remove the layer without without removing. Oops. There we go. And let's see here. U. Yep. Pencil. 1, 2. 1, 2. Man, I cannot really see what I'm looking at here. And finally, I believe that's red. Ah, that's orange. I want orange there. Hang on. Dump. Okay, that's a little easier to see. Red. Oh, yeah. Okay. There's 5. Save that again. And review that again. Save as PNG. So yeah, I'm just gonna do some art stuff. 6. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. U. We got yeah. Yo, we got a 1, we got a 2, got a 3, and now yeah, 2. We got 1 2 1 2 1 2. No, 1 2. There we go. It's not great. Okay. Save. There'll be 2 more frames of this. 7. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. One, two, 1 2. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. I like this so far. Yeah, there we go. Hide that. And finally, save as PNG. Deflame 8. 2, 1 right up to the edge there. 1 2 1 2. Okay. 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. And we got red. We got 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, maybe it's not perfect, but oh yeah, I like that. I like that. Recent Deflame 7, dark red. Okay. Recent. Deflame 6. Dark red. Have I been using the right color here? Yeah, okay. Save. I think that may be the D5 may not have enough space in it. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. So it should update all those. Vroop. Slide that over. And shot 1 plus D D flame. Make sure these are in order. Yeah, they are. Now this doesn't loop. That doesn't look great, but I can always redo it later. Copy. Let's go over here to shot shot body 2. There it is. Shot 2. Paste. Oh no, there it is. Deflame. Alright, these are using literally the same sprite frames resource, so copying them into one puts it in the other. Now, battle player. Deflame. Deflame. I hope I called that. I hope that's the right name. Well, I'll know in a second, won't I? S. Just hang on before I show the game. There it is. There it be. There it do. There it am. Burma shave. So let's just take a look at what this looks like. Sorry. Player 1 only. Okay. Well, it looks great so far. Why? Okay, let's go take a look at what I'm doing. It's possible I just misremembered the name wrong. It's Deflame. Animation Deflame. Okay, copy. And animation equals Deflame. Dragon Flame? Let's call it that. I guess Dragon Breath. Not that the name should matter. check shot body and check shot 1 as well. Dragon breath. Shot 2. Shot 1. Okay, shot 1 and shot 2 have the same. So why is it not? Hang on a second. Match piece P piece name. Hang on. It resets the. Yeah, okay. It resets the animation when it fires. That's good. That's what shot 1 play does. It resets the animation. In theory. In theory. Let's try this again. Oh, maybe it's just a matter of I need to restart the game before it'll. I just need to turn it off and back on again. Sometimes that is literally the solution. Random. Checkmate. Human. Here we go. Oh, good. And there is a dragon over there. Okay, now let's try it.
Coder Inkling
Ooh.
said, "Hello."
Hello. That's good. That's good. That's good. Except for it's too slow. It's too slow. Baby, I have to fix the baby. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure they have. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see if that fixed it or if I have to reload again. And hello, Coder Inkling. I'm sorry, I did notice you were there. It's not great animation, but. And also, I should probably have it fire from higher up so it looks like it's coming out of his mouth. But I'm not sure that's the final dragon sprite, so. I highly doubt that's the final dragon sprite. Yeah, it turns out it was very easy to implement it with the piece class and most of the and all the other pieces already defined. Making more combo pieces is actually pretty easy. The main issue was coming up with the numbers for the battle mode, since that's not so that's all me, baby. Yeah, the dragon is pretty powerful in combat. its movement rate around the board is barely better than a knight. It's a knight, but it can move like a pawn too. So one space forward, and it can capture diagonally like a pawn, or it can jump and capture back here like a knight. And it also notice the hit points, notice the health, same as the rook, and about the same damage as the rook too. I'm pretty sure I made them pretty much. I know I copied. What just happened? I copied it from the rook, and I think. Well, what's going on up here? Why is there an X up here? Okay. Boom. Well, that was sad. But yeah, it's the dragon is slightly more powerful than the rook. Slightly more powerful, slightly faster. Actually, a lot faster. Makes up for its. So it's basically a faster rook in combat. Recharges, its shot recharges just as slowly as the rook, but the piece itself moves around faster, and I think its shot is higher speed. I mean, I can look. That's just a matter of going in here and looking at numbers. Where are you numbers? Here we go. Attack 12, defense 2. Okay, and we compare it to the dragon, which is, here we go, attack 13, defense 2. 13 to 300, 500, 120. Yeah. 12 to 200. Yeah, speed 300, so it's a little faster. Ooh, shot speed is actually slower. I don't think I like that. 600, a little faster. Especially with its one loop animation. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Let's go into battle. Let me slow down the animation just a smidge. What is happening here? Where are these eyes? What am I trying to? What are you? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't draw things down there. Okay. P. Okay. F. P. F. P. F.
Swabby Games Live.
Yeah.
Said. Who's that cat next to you?
That's my cat. Her name is Cat. No, it's not. We call her the kitten for reasons involving Okay, well, funny story about the kitten. My wife was coming home from work one day, and she heard a meow from under a car, and there was this little awful gray and black mess of a cat. So naturally, she brought her home. I mean, what are you gonna do with a cat other than bring her home? And well, after giving her a thorough bath, we discovered she wasn't gray and black; she was white and black. That's how dirty she was. We thought she was dark gray and black, dark gray with black splotches. Turns out she was white with black splotches, and some of those black splotches had been oil stains and washed out. So we weren't going to keep her. We just wanted to, wash her off, take her in, find her a good home. We weren't going to keep her, so we didn't give her a name. We just called her the kitten. She was like 6 months old at the time. So, just the kitten. I'm not even sure she was 6 months old. But yeah, so we just called her the kitten, and we, looked for people to take her. No one wanted her because she was an absolute adorable darling with us and a monstrous hellcat with anyone else. She did not want to go anywhere else. Uh, so we kept her, and we still have her, and that's her right there. She's not actually sitting next to me right now. I think she's in the other room, probably. I need to find a good picture of her. I know I have one. Uh, just a little dinky dum dum kitten. She's not very good at catting. She's adorable. She's very dumb. The hamster that runs the little wheel in her brain only has 3 legs. And we like her a lot. She's got personality. I know I have pictures of that little dum dum here somewhere. Just a real. Let's see. Let's see. You didn't think you'd get a story this long for just asking about the cat, huh? I know I have a picture of a cat here. I know I have real pictures of that cat. And well, there's a picture of a cat, but that's not my cat. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. I think I'm gonna have to edit this down because the shows the background, which is a bit of a mess. But there we go. It's a little blurry, but it's fine. Taken with a phone camera. Now let's see here if I can get this image working. Browse.
Swabby Games Live.
I bet you're sorry you asked.
I got a 500 pixel bit story on the house. Not bad.
Yep, here we go. There she is. There's the real one. She's so cute. Look at that. Look how dumb she is. That's such a good picture.
Swabby Games Live. Said. Yep, she's pretty white.
Yep. Was not a gray cat at all. Shiny. So yeah, the picture in the icon is pretty accurate. I'm smiling just looking at her. I like that cat, I have to say. She's a good cat, and she's not very smart. I mean, even for a cat.
Roller Derby West. Said. That picture is so pixelated. Checks out that she's Pixel's cat.
Yeah.
Roller Derby
I
West.
I'm pretty. It's a screen grab of a phone video, but yep, she is also pixels. She's full of pixels. She's the pixel kitten. So yeah, we never even really officially named her. We came up with a name that we tell the vets, but she's just the kitten. Just the kitten. Uh,
Roller derby west. Said. Elemental.
yep, just nothing but a kitten. A kitten. The kitten. The one and only kitten. Yeah, I'm just have these guys shooting at each other out there. Yeah, there we go.
Roller derby west.
I want to add more pieces, but
Belongs on the periodic table of cats.
yeah, yeah, she's pretty basic. She's not. I'm glad we took her in because she is not good at catting for the most part. The only thing she's really good at that in terms of cat skills is getting comfy on things. Finding nice soft places to lay down. That's it. That's her only skill. Well, that's not true. She can kill things as long as they're not alive. Mice, bugs, forget it. Not that there have been any mice in here, thank goodness, because she'd never catch them. She has trouble catching inanimate objects. Just watching the game now, I kind of like it. I enjoy just watching this game in action. It's it's a little dumb, but yeah, and I'm honestly not sure if I want to leave the dragon fire that way, or if I want to make it a melee attack. I mean, it's not that hard to make it a melee attack. Uh, is this dragon? This is dragon, yeah. Shot speed 0 instead of 600. Oh, didn't actually update. Probably have to rerun it. Oh yeah, because the piece it changes the speed when it's set up. If I make that melee, I have to the aiming system's a little different for the pawns and the knight because they're melee. Actually, no, I don't think it works that way. Let me see. Battle player, aim control. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's not piece specific. It's range specific. I do. That's another thing I tried to do yesterday. I couldn't quite get working. Different sound effects for each player's shot, or for each piece's shot. I'm pretty sure I can do it. I just need to. I thought it would be easier than it turned out to not be. So, boom. Yeah, one thing the computer is bad at is I mean, I didn't make the computer very smart. That was intentional. Players can. Ooh, I should do that though. Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna make it a little smarter. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna watch this game as it plays through to the end. Actually, I don't want to. Whoop, whoops! I tapped my screen. What's going on here? Where's it at? Where am I adding all these things? Here we go. Okay. O S start game. Good. There it is. Let's see here. Whoosh. Okay. Yeah. I mean that's good, except for the part it's too slow. Speed that up to 10 frames per second. Speed that up to 12 frames per second. Save. It has to finish the 16 frames per second because it's 8 frames and it only stays out a half a second. That's good. Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. There we go. Let's restart that game. Yep. I want the no. There's only a 1 in 8 chance each piece will be that there's a 1 in 8 chance each of these pieces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is going to be a dragon. There we go, dragon. And change it back to CPU. That's pretty nice. That's pretty good. Could win it right here, maybe. Maybe. Because dragon's new lack of range. Yeah, I'm not sure whether I want to do it that way or the other way. Not sure whether I want it to be 0 or 600. Whether I want to actually shoot the fire or... of course, there's a third option I was thinking of, but that's a bit of a pain in the ass. Which is have the fire be bigger. Hang on a second. Shot. Shot body 1. Yeah, let's look at that. Shot body 1? No, or is it battle? Is it battle player? It's in battle piece. Here it is, I think. Let me just check something here. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. This will work. This may work. Shot 1. Shot body 1 dot scale dot x equals 2.0. And let me just check that. Battle. Let me check that. Shot body scale. Because there might already be 4. Okay, yeah, it is. Shot body 1. So wait a minute. Piece battle. 8.0. And let me just check to see if it's okay. Fine. 4.0. Okay. Find 8.0. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that fixed anything. I don't know if fixed is even the right term here. Okay, I did actually do it the fast way. Where's my dragon? There it is. Aha! Okay. Just want to see if this... okay. Doesn't actually go that far. Huh. Wanted to double its size. But if I double its size... Hang on a second. Where does the piece start? That's the important thing. It's here. Second. Okay. 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 If piece name equals dragon. Eight. Oops. There we go. That was the problem. Okay. Just good. I'm gonna need to reset this. Nice. I'm gonna reset this. Reset this. Oh, messed it up. Okay. That's fine. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. S. Random. Good, and there are dragons. Oh, you know what? I don't think it's goes all the way here. I think I need to speed up the animation even a little further. Shot body, where is it? Shot body, shot one, there it is. 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's speed it up to 20. Let's over exaggerate to 30 and see what happens here. That's good. That's good. That is very good. I don't know if I'll keep it, but I like it. It doesn't. You don't have to be. It's melee, but you don't have to be that close to hit him. It's a ranged melee attack. Yeah, I think I'll keep that. Excellent. Not sure I like the animation, but that's okay. When do I ever like my own animations? It is very rare. I like my own animations. I think I want to redraw it anyway because it should be coming out of the mouth rather than the belly. Hang on a second. Where's my... There it is. I can't hit anything from here. Okay, I got a few different ways I can hit from here. That's a little too far. I want it to be a little closer. I want it to be a little closer. So let's see, 17 times 6 instead of 8. I want to start from... Yeah, there we go. It still has long range. Hang on. God damn it. There we go. That's what I want to see. I'm gonna print screen this sucker. Print screen that sucker so I can zoom in on it. Damn it. Stop that. So I can see how many pixels up I need to move the flame to come out of the dragon's mouth instead of the middle of its chest. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 5 pixels up. I may not draw that in. I may not do that right now. What time is it? It's 5 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, I don't quite like that animation. It's not that great. But I'm going to turn off visible collision shapes again. Oops, put a bunch of Z's in here. Don't belong there. So yeah, don't worry about those boxes around them. That's just there for... oh, man. Well, whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's what I want for Le Dragon. It's, I will want a... I will want to adjust the aiming routine so it fires from further away. The pawn gets right up in your face. The pawn and the knight get right up in your face, but the dragon can fire from a little further away, even though it's melee. It's melee as far as the game's concerned. So I need to make a long melee option. Yeah, I'm always, balancing is important. Even if I was going to add cracks. Wasn't I going to add cracks? Remember when that was going to be the plot of this, this whole thing here? And it doesn't matter where I add them. I don't really care where I add them. Where's movement? It's not in movement. Go back one to chess plus. Right, because I can put shader editor. Where did I put? This is chessboard draw. This is piece. Okay. Oh, man. Battle piece. Thread group. Physics interpretation. Mode. Material. I didn't realize, is that where I put it? I didn't remember doing this here. Um, oh, here's a thing. Only one piece left. Only one piece left on the red side. But that one piece left is the king, so, thing about the... I may have made the king too powerful, but, that's okay. It's CPU versus CPU is a low priority on my list of balancing. I like seeing CPU versus CPU fights, but they're it's not smart, so it doesn't fight itself smartly. And like I can tweak algorithms later. I want everything to be working. Of course, enjoy I enjoy messing with a thing that already works more than I enjoy adding something that I don't know it's going to work or do or be a thing yet. As I recall, the dragon piece can move 2 spaces on its first turn because I just copied the pawn code directly into it. It is just literally a pawn plus a knight. I think it would be more fun if it was a king plus a knight. I think that may be a more fun piece and stuff. Now, there may be an error right here. I have to check. But it's hard to tell because I think the king's going to win this. Yeah. Sudden death. Sudden death needs a sound effect. Yeah, I know it says human because of the way the option screen works and the test modes work. Uh, Changing something on the option screen does change the actual option, but not the other way around. So I changed the human, the CPU, through a debug key, and it didn't reset the option. It didn't change the string in that particular window, so nor should it, because there are things that look like bugs that are only bugs because they're using debug features that won't be in the final offering. And right, let me see here. Let me look at Battle Player. Let me look at Battle Piece. There we go. When does it fire? There, min distance. It's 100. If piece piece name equals dragon, min distance equals 200. Vicinity equal to min distance and min distance. There we go. Now the dragon will fire from slightly further away. The dragon will not attempt to get as close as the pawn does before firing. Dragon still fires a lot slower than the pawns and the knights. Pawns and the knights attack pretty quickly with their melee attack. I just had an idea for another piece. Some versions of chess, particularly unusual ones like shogi, have like a chariot, and I'm thinking the chariot wouldn't shoot anything; it would launch itself across the screen. Now, I think in terms of what's going on under the hood is it very much would be shooting a projectile. It's very much shooting a projectile, but the projectile would look like itself, and the piece itself would vanish from the board while the projectile is shooting, and then it would reappear on the board where the projectile ended up. I don't know if I want to do that right now. It is. I am feeling very, very like uncomplicated. I'm not feeling very clever, or I've been putting a lot of brain power just into trying to get trying to get anything to work here. Yeah, if I could get it here, if I could just get it here. Shader editor. Oh, okay. I see. Vec4 is a okay. This is can you actually see what I'm playing with down here? I think you can. Let's oops, shrink that down a little. Okay. Oh, better still. Shut it off. Because the stuff down here, drag. This is definitely not GD script. This appears to be C sharp. It's been a while since I used C sharp. Yeah, it's been a while since I used C sharp. Can't say I never used it, but yeah, it's defining the function entirely differently. It's using braces to start and end these functions. Uh, both of those are indicators that this is not GD script. Huh. Why is this called Rook GD shader? Did I originally put this in the Rook? Yes, I did. I don't know why it got added to chessboard. It get added to everything? I accidentally, no, I didn't. Okay. So, anyway, here is. Ah, there is an outline color. Ah, there we go. Outline color. Outline 2.0. 10.0. This should uh, This should give the rooks an outline, but it doesn't. I feel like I almost understand everything, which is annoying. I'm a smart barfum. Yeah, it should. And also, since it added it to the since I added the same thing to the chessboard itself, the chessboard should have a yellow outline. And it do not. Hmm. Just saw a bit of my dream last night, and I can't quite remember it. Can't quite remember. Oops! Don't move that. Don't move anything. Stop moving things. Say, yeah. In any event, I was playing some video games in my dreams last night. Big shock. They were old video games too. It was I was definitely playing a Nintendo era Mega Man game. The only it was weirdly enough seen from a 3D perspective. It was a first person shooter. The enemy robot master was hanging off the wall or hanging off a ladder and shooting at me. Completely forgot the name of the weapon I got from him. It was an electric blast that arced downward. I want to say it was something like Oblivion or Demolition or something with four syllables ending in shun and suggesting like destruction. So not observation or anything like that. Also, other scenes where I was staying in a hotel room somewhere with my family. Uh, Even though most of my family is dead. If I was a lot richer, I could be Batman right now. That's how much of my family is dead. Oh, didn't mean to get dark there. Sorry. That was not intended to be a dark moment. That was just me being silly about Batman. Right. I was staring at this board because I was expecting these rooks to be outlined in yellow. Huh. I should have outlined the king in yellow for ha ha obvious reasons. Ha 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 ha. Huh. Ugh. Ugh. Blurk. I think I just want to play Archon for a while, honestly. I think I was pretty good with the unicorn pieces. because a blog post analyzing it called the unicorn the assassin of the light side, and that makes sense. That's what it was. It was the assassin. Really fast, did a lot of damage, recharged fast, moved fast, had fast shots, not a lot of health, but didn't need a lot of health. Glass cannon to the extreme. The dark side, I never quite liked the dark side's equivalent, the basilisk. Even though the basilisk is even more powerful. I think the basilisk is the second hardest hitting piece on the board, second only to the dragon. Also a dark side piece. That's one thing about Archon that's not in this game. The two sides were different. Oh, sure, the knights and the goblins were identical, except for the sprite. But most of the pieces were different from the corresponding piece on the other side. Light side had archers, dark side had manticores. Manticores did a lot less damage than archers. Archers were basically the same as the knights, except they had a ranged attack and slightly more health. Manticores had pathetically weak shots, but they were tougher than the... I don't remember. I don't remember who had the most health. Archon, Secrets of Archon. Let's take a look here. I'm just going to babble about Archon for a while because I like it. And really, it's what I was thinking when I started this game. So yeah, knights have, let's see. Yeah, average speed, attack power 5, same attack rate. Knights have the same amount of, archers have the same amount of hit points and attack power as knights, but they can shoot. And they reload a little less quickly. Manticores have more health, but even weaker shot power. 4. Knights, goblins, and archers have 5. Manticores have 4, with slow shot speed. Valkyrie and the Banshee. Valkyrie has attack power 7. More about as many hit points as the Manticore. Slow shots. Banshee, the Valkyrie. Banshee was the dark side equivalent of Valkyrie. Same amount of health as Valkyrie, the Valkyrie, but it doesn't shoot or have a melee attack. It has an aura around it that does damage the longer it touches the opponent, which is not a thing I have in my game. Yet. Golem and the Troll are what I kind of based my Rook on. A lot of health, a lot of attack power, slow speed, slow recharge, slow speed, slow shot speed, slow recharge. And there they are, the Unicorn and the Basilisk. Yeah, the Golem has attack power 10. Golem and Troll attack power 10. Okay, so I was wrong. Basilisk is slightly weaker than that with attack power 9. They also have the lowest hit points in the game, but and normal movement speed on the battlefield, very fast shot speed, very fast recharge speed. The Unicorn has more health and slightly less attack power at 7. And comes the weirdos. Lightside has the Phoenix, which is like the Banshee in that it attacks an aura around it, except you can't shut off the aura. once you start it, it has to finish. But the Phoenix is unlike the Banshee, the Phoenix is invulnerable while it's on fire. So, and the Phoenix equivalent on the other side is the Shapeshifter, who copies the whatever piece it's attacking. And the champion pieces. Lightside has the genie. High hit points, attack power of 6, which means which is not that great. Slightly more powerful than the archer and the knight, less powerful than the Valkyrie, but fast shot speed, good recharge time. And then you have the dragon, the Jin's evil counterpart. Most hit points in the game, most attack power in the game at 11. And remember, the Golem and the Troll have 10, and the Basilisk has 9, so it has 11 damage. It can kill any other piece in 2 hits, even the most powerful. But its shot speed is medium, and its attack rate is 1 attack every 2 seconds. So you have to aim your shots. And there's the ones I based my king and queen on: the wizard and the sorceress. Wizard has attack power 10, medium fast shots. Sorceress has attack power only 8, but fast shots. And they both attack 3/4, 3 attacks per 3/4 attack per second, which is a what's that? 45. That's a 45 cooldown rate in my game. And finally, there's the summoned elementals, which all kind of suck. Fire is a glass cannon, fast shots, fast attack rate, attack power 9 equal to the Basilisk, and very low health. Air sucks, water really sucks. Earth is a poor man's golem or troll, and fire is awesome. I was considering trying to work in the elementals, and I might. I have ideas for working in the elementals. But it makes things more complex. I mean, of course it does. What I was thinking of doing was making the elementals hazards rather than controllable pieces. Instead of being controlled by the players, they would be a third group of enemies on the field or just one of them. It would pick randomly. But there'd be you'd start a fight and there'd be an elemental on the field, in addition to two other pieces. The problem is I would have to do a lot of recoding because the combat system is not set up for more than 2 pieces, to acknowledge more than 2 pieces at a time. So I would have to create a not just a battle piece, but a an elemental battle piece that would have its own routine, similar to, but not the same as. Particularly in that it could hit either player. It would need checks to see. It would need tests. It would need checks for its shots. Ah, I guess I would only need a third shot. Now Archon doesn't actually have a three-player mode or as such. The elementals are conjured pieces by your wizard or sorcerer, wizard or sorceress. Oh, look at that! Nothing left but pawns. Looky there. Not for long, but yeah, not for long. Nothing left but pawns. But man, yeah, I'm just not feeling it today, my guplings. I'm may have noticed. I'm just feeling a little out of it today. Oop, oop. Here we go. I'm watching. I just feel like blathering and doing graphics more than coding. I don't even feel like doing that too much. Oh, uh-oh, this may be it. The end. Yeah, I think I may change these to, instead of normal and fairy, standard and waifu. Because that amuses me. I don't know if I want the word waifu in my game. It's shooting from rather far away.
Said.
I'm just babbling now.
Is there cracking now?
There's not cracking now, no. I cannot. I can't get it working. I can't even figure out. I was trying to do something simpler with textures, which was giving a piece an outline, and that wasn't working either. So I'm just basically sitting here babbling about old games. Really, really old games. That's opposed to new old games, which I kind of want to play right now. I kind of just want to play Balatro right now, honestly. But yeah, I cannot figure out how to overlay a texture or overlay another image over my sprites. And it's annoying. Nice. Okay. Okay. I do think I kind of want to change the dragons into kings, into pieces that move like kings, and it's definitely non-standard making them move like that. But I also want to add the dragon king and the dragon horse, and the dragon king and dragon horse are basically king plus bishop and king plus rook. Without castling, of course. That's not an option. So making this dragon king plus knight would be a yeah, maybe I'll do that at some point. If I do that, I will want to change the dragon image to match the rest of the artwork, rather than being directly ripped from an old Atari 2600 game. I don't know. I find it very funny. I find it very funny that I copied the sprite from the old Atari 2600 game. Drew it by hand as a copy, but that's a perfect copy of that sprite. I am, not that it's hard to copy an Atari 2600 sprite. They're not that difficult to draw. I mean, again, that's why I went for this aesthetic. I can draw like this. But I think I want to draw my own dragon. Probably based on the knight. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just going to babble for the next half hour or so about things I could be doing, but I'm not doing. But I think I want to make. I think I can do that real quick. Uh, in, I can improve the dragon to be. Uh, to be. Yes. I can improve the dragon to be. Wait, is this? In fact, hang on. Let me check the dragon code. I think I left I did. Pawn is actually more complicated than. Yeah, let me just. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let me just set this invisible so you can see. Yeah, there it is. That's the king code there. So yeah, the dragon is now the king. Doesn't need that one either. There we go. That's the king. That is right there. That is all the basic king possible positions, and that is all the knight possible positions. Yes, I like this. Make it a little more valuable. It's up its piece value to 5.0 too. And Let's start a new game that should have yeah, there we go. It now moves like a knight and a king. Yes. That's a good I like that. I like that a lot better than what it was. Because yeah, I can capture a lot of pieces this way. Can't capture the king, ironically. So yeah, if I make the other two dragons. So yeah, the three traditional dragon pieces are the dragon, which is pawn plus knight, dragon horse, which is uh dragon horse is bishop plus wazir, but effectively it's bishop plus king. A wazir is a rook that can only move one space in each direction, and dragon king is rook plus furs, where furs is a bishop that can only move one space in each direction. There's also a dragon bishop, which moves like a bishop and a knight, but a bad knight. That one's from Shogi. Or is it from Shogi or from Shianki? I think it's from Shianki. Is that a game? What is Shianki or is that Shogi? No, Shianki. Okay, yeah, that's it is the most powerful board game in China. It's related to shogi, but it's not shogi. And its pieces are mostly different. You got generals. Advisors. Yeah, right. There's a the king and or general, which can only move one space at a time, horizontally or vertically, and it can't leave the palace, which is a 4 square block in the back. Anyway, there's elephants. Horses. The horses move like knights, but they don't jump. They have to move 1 square horizontally or vertically, and if there's something in that 1 square, then they're stuck. And then once they've moved that 1 square, they can move one space diagonally. Anyway, I was thinking of putting one of those in. I think there's a dragon in here. There's dragonfly chess. So yeah, I want an all. I kind of want an all dragon setup. Amazon is known as the dragon, and as known as a dragon in Musketeer chess, but I already have it here as the Amazon. There's a basilisk, but in a game called Flying Dragon is a combination of bishop and camel. I don't have any camels in my game, but I know how to make camels in my game. Uh, it's basically a camel's basically a knight that can move 3 spaces and then 1 rather than 2 and 1. Let's take a look. There's a duchess. Ooh, I might have to add the duchess to the game. Combination of man, alfil, dababa, tripper, and 3-leaper. Wait, I want to write that down. Duchess. Combination of man plus alfil plus the dababa plus tripper plus 3-leaper. Now, man moves like a king. Man moves and captures like a king. Man is spelled with 2 N's, incidentally. So, man, which is a moves 1 space in any direction. Alfil, or elephant, which see above, it moves. Alfil moves diagonally exactly 2 squares, leaping over any piece in between. Dababa is am I spelling Dababa right? No, it has 2 B's. Oh, I think Dababa moves like a yes. Moves 2 square. The Baba is like Alfil. It moves 2 spaces, except instead of diagonally. Uh, and yeah, I'm babbling about all these things because they may show up in the game very soon. And because I may replace the queens in fairy chess with Duchess. So there'll be no standard pieces. But what's a tripper? Tripper. Ah. Tripper moves 3 spaces diagonally, leaping. Leaps 3 squares diagonally, which I have misspelled. So I'm betting the 3-leaper leaps 3 squares orthogonally, and it does. So, that's interesting. So Duchess is yeah, yeah, okay. I might add a Duchess to the game. Amusingly, there is a unicorn, but no one can decide what it does. There's at least 4 different unicorns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. Hold on, 7? 7. There's 7 different pieces named unicorn. Okay, the one unicorn moves diagonally, but in 3 dimensions, so it's not good for a normal 2 dimensional chessboard. Unicorn in unicorn chess is a bishop plus a knight rider. Unicorn in triangular chess. It's also a knight that doesn't leap. Moves 2 spaces and then 1 space sideways. Unicorn in dragon chess. Okay, it's same as a knight. I don't care. That's weird. Wildebeest. 5 dimensional chess. I don't need that. Vertical mover. Violent bear. Violent ox. Vivi from Final Fantasy IX? What? Vouivre. Combination of a carpenter and rock. Of course. I just want to see if there are any other gal pieces. Oh, there's a wyvern. Hang on, let me add wyvern. And wyvern. Sort of like a dragon, which is a tripper plus stag plus ibis. What is a stag and an ibis, you ask? Let's see. Let's take a look for stag. That's an interesting piece. 2 squares diagonally, followed by 2 squares orthogonally outwards. So presumably out, away from its starting square, so it can't jump. It can't jump diagonally in one direction and then back the other way. And ibis. Okay, that is a mess of a piece. But I'll consider it. That is a very jumpy piece. Mostly I just wanted to... Oh, there we go. So yeah, the actress. That's amusing. Queen plus Gary Gnu. Because, no GNUs is good GNUs with Gary Gnu. But GNU is a knight plus a camel. It's not pronounced GNU. Amazon Rider. Oh, Amazon Rider is an Amazon that can keep right on going. What's an Ankress? What even is an Ankress? Forget what it does in chess. What does that mean? Okay. An- Manticore is one space as a wazir, then bishop afterwards. Okay, that's a pain in the ass to. Anyway, Ancris, Antelope, Anti-King. What? That is a weird one. The Anti-King, it's in check when nothing is attacking it. It has to get out of check by moving into a space where, what the hell? Moving to a space where it's attacked, otherwise you get checkmated. Why are there such weird pieces here? I didn't even see these. There's Berolina plus pawn. Huh. There's a bishop, and then there's the bishop's dog. Well, isn't that funny? Bishop's dog is a bishop that can only move up to 3 spaces. Camel Rider, Cannon, 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 Capricorn. Oh, huh. Capricorn captures by landing next to an opponent. Oh, there's Cardinal, aka Princess, several different centaurs. The Champion. Charging Knight. Oh, Charging Rook. Yeah, the charging ones are interesting. Huh. The Checker Man. The Checker Man is exactly what you'd imagine. I kind of want to put that piece in. Maybe in the ramp as an Easter egg. It's a checker piece. It moves forward 1 space diagonally and it captures by jumping over the opposing piece. And when it reaches the back row, you king it so it can move both ways. It can move diagonally 1 space backwards in addition to forwards. Ha! Chicken General. 4 steps forward or 1 step diagonally backward. I'm just babbling now. Everyone's probably gone to sleep at this point. Crown Princess. I'm going to write that one down. Crown Princess. AKA Pope is a princess plus a wazir. Wazir is, to remind myself, 1 space rook. So it's basically Crown Princess is basically the Dragon Horse plus Knight, which is kind of nice. Day Rider Dinosaur. Oh, interesting. Dinosaur moves like captures like a queen, but can't move otherwise. Can only move to capture. Dolphin can leap. Oh, there's the dragon, knight and pawn. There's dragon horse, bishop and wazir, dragon king, drunk elephant, duchess. I wrote that one down. That's the man plus Alphil plus Dababa plus Tripper plus 3 Leaper. Yeah. Yeah, kind of like the idea of adding more female characters to chess and making that the main game. Griffin. Uh, Moves 1 square diagonally, a number of spaces like a rook outwards, which means it has to move away from where it started. The guard, which huh. There's 3 different pieces called the guard. One just moves like a king. One moves like a rook when it's not capturing, and moves like a bishop when it does capture. And then there's a version of the guard that can't move at all on its own. It moves automatically when the king moves. When the king moves, the guard moves into its position. Oh, okay. And then there's the heroine. There we go. Is Empress plus furs. 1 space bishop. I mean, these are all pretty. High priestess. Man, I've got enough for even. I'm getting a whole bunch of them here. High priestess is furs, Alphil, and knight. Furs is a 1 space bishop. Alphil is a 2 space bishop, and of course, a knight is a knight. I would have to add some new definitions for some of these. Ooh, kangaroo, knight plus Alphil. That's not interesting. Kirin. A lot of these are combinations of a canine, or I guess neen, Kneen. Moves like a knight, captures like a queen. Not to be confused with a quite. What is a quite? Let me skip down here to quite. Quite. Moves like a queen and captures like a knight. Okay. Should have known. So Niship. Half knight, half bishop, but not in the way the princess is knight plus bishop. Niship moves forward like a knight, but backwards like a bishop. Lilu. Lilu Dallas Multipass. Lilu is a rook plus. Yeah, I think I may add all these pieces on Friday just for the heck of it. There's a rook plus a what the heck? What is a quintessence? Maybe I won't add this one because this one seems confusing. A quintessence is a Knight Rider. So already confusing, but instead of moving in a straight line, it makes a 90-degree turn after every one of its leaps. So screw that one. Maybe if I'm really bored. What day is today? Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, okay. Pasha. We got a Pasha from The Emperor's New Groove. I'm just babbling. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just babbling. Zealot? What? Where are we? Where's my pages? Oh, they're there. Tomato salad. I like salad. I want a salad for dinner tonight.
Said. 3 tries, sad face.
3 tries, 0 salads. Tomate salad. Tomate salad. Guide the raid to tomate salad. That. Is it actually?
Codering Clang said. Bruh, I think alerts are not on. Codering Clang.
That's weird. I didn't even know.
For you at least.
I didn't even know that was a thing that could be on. Tomato salad. Twitch. Did you spell the name right? Oh, there it is. Tomate salad. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Are they even on the air right now? Oh, yes, they are. Ooh, and they're doing fun stuff with Godot. Is that Godot? Oh no, that's Unity, but even so. Unity and Godot kind of look a little similar. Oh, I see. Codering Queen.
Codering Clang said. Unity is their side project. He does both LOL.
It looks very different from my Godot. Or is that the game itself running? No, player persistent health. Oh, man, that's nice. Venn diagrams. That's Sure, I'll give them a raid. I'm not doing much here, as you may have noticed, so I think I'm going to call it. I'm just babbling. I'm thinking of ideas. Man, the game's not even running. I thought the game was at least running in the background while I was babbling about chess pieces.
Said.
I thought it was at least, doing that while I was babbling about other chess pieces I plan to add. I should get the game finished before I do that. I mean, I guess it depends on what you consider finished. I want to add, I do want to add cracks to the pieces, but yeah, I'm gonna ask about that on Reddit. Because clearly I'm slightly out of my depth as far as that's concerned. I do like this game. I do like what I've done so far. So that's, I mean, I can't, it's less original than I thought it was. And I didn't think it was that original to begin with. Because, you know, like I said, I did have Archon in mind when I started it. Ooh, that rook is not doing well. Okay. But you know, under it all, uh, I love that this is mine. I've said that before, but I love that this is mine. That this didn't exist until I sat down and drew the graphics and wrote the code. And now it is a perfectly playable game. It is a completely, utterly playable game. Maybe it needs some more balance. That's why I'd like people to play test it, because I don't know what pieces are balanced or unbalanced. I think the game may be a little too easy right now for the CPU, but I don't want to make it too much harder. Uh, One of the things about the CPU is the pieces move at half speed on the battlefield. Compared to when a human is controlling them. And I think I want to make different CPU levels where the only difference is how fast it moves on the battlefield. So, like, I think it moves half speed now, so, like, CPU 2 would be 2/3 speed, and CPU 3 would be full speed, which would be which I find makes the melee classes very dangerous. Because they just charge at you. Anyway, I'm still babbling, so I think, yeah, I'm gonna give that suggested raid a try, and we'll give it a see. Where are my channels? They're there. Let's give that a try, and then I'm gonna go make myself a tomat salad for dinner. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me babble. Hope it wasn't too boring. I'm excited about putting more pieces in. I didn't realize there's a whole other set of ladies to add.
Coder Inkling said, haha, eating a tomato salad for dinner.
So many ladies to add. The Duchess? I want to add the Duchess. That amuses me right there. The Duchess amuses me with its extremely simple to code piece movement. I might replace the Queen with the Duchess. Because I just need an icon for the Duchess. Just need to draw some pieces. The act for the Duchess and the actress and the anchoress and the crown princess. aka the Popus, and the Heroine, and the High Priestess, and Lilu, and more, because I didn't actually get to Z. I just got to L before giving up. And anyway, I will see everyone on Friday. I will see everyone on Friday. I pinned the wrong thing. Okay. I don't know how I accidentally pinned tomat salad. But anyway, I'll see everyone on Friday. I'm going to go just call it a day here. And you have fun. Good night, Mrs. Cavendish, wherever you are.